Hey folks, hope you're having a good Friday, had a good week and all that jazz, and we got some cool music to check out today. Good music for a Friday as well. We're going to cut some horror punk because one of our good friends have come back again, Left Hand Black, and we're going to check out their latest stuff. But before we get into that, I did want to mention, after the last horror punk video that I did, I said in that one, man, I'm going to go off and check out and try and get some more bands in my queue of this stuff and, see what's out there. And I did do that, headed off to YouTube and all the rest of it, Googled horror punk and underground horror punk to see what was out there. And to be honest with you, I didn't find a great deal, or at least a great deal that I wanted to add to the queue. I've got a few bands here that I did add Hellgreaser, The Crimson Ghost, Understatement, Nurse's Dead Body, and Calabrese. These were the bands that kind of stood out to me as quality bands and making a good sound, making a good bop and vibe, or doing something a bit different with it as well. So we're going to check those out at some point when we get round to them in the future. But I just wanted to say at the start of the video, if you're into horror punk and you've stumbled on this video or whatever, and you know of some cool underground horror punk bands that need to be talked about and find more people need to find out about them and stuff like that, particularly the ones I'm going to say that are fast paced, that have got a good beat to it, and got a lot of layered type of vocals. That seems to be the type of stuff I enjoy the most, but I still want to just see what's out there, and check out the genre in general to see what there is. Some of the stuff I've found, yeah, it's cool, but it's not really my cup of tea. But some of those bands that I listed there, yeah, I thought, man, they got a cool sound, they got a cool vibe. So I'll add those to the queue and hopefully we'll get a chance to check them out. The band that we're going to check out today is a band we have had on the channel before, and one of the bands that really kind of opened my eyes to this stuff, because this is one of the bands that I like and have got a good beat to them and everything else, which is nice. This is Left Hand Black. The track we're going to check out for you today has got an official video to it. It's called Murder You. Let's get it on the screen and give it a spin. Always cool artwork as well with these guys. I was noticing that all the album art and stuff's really cool for these bands.
So yeah, like, what are you, oh hey, look at that guy. He's cute.
He's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the deal with your shirt?
Oh, this? It's Left Hand Black. An awesome band. You haven't heard of them?
No.
Oh my fucking God, I love them.
Still got a tape player in the car. A lot of cigarette ends. Yeah, I do like the upbeat of this stuff.
I don't want you around. The only time I'm happy is when you hit the ground. Don't care about the things you say. Such a matter of time before I kill you anyway.
Cool.
When you're crying, the only thing that's gonna happen now is you dying. I'm gonna murder you. Yeah, I shall be one of little pieces, that's what I do. I'm gonna murder you. And no one will recognize you when I'm through. Time before I kill you anyway. No point.
Love that roll.
The only thing that's gonna happen now is you dying. I'm gonna murder you.
Yeah, cool bass.
That's what I do. I'm gonna murder you. And no one will recognize you when I'm
Cool. Love that bass tone.
And no one will recognize you when I'm through. I'm gonna murder you. Yeah, chop you up in little pieces, that's what I do.
He's getting a good punch there.
I'm gonna murder you. And no one will recognize you when I'm through.
I think you might have ended up with a few bruises after this video. I really enjoyed that, man. That put a big smile on my face. Absolutely great. The lyrics to this one, you wouldn't think you could get a real kind of tongue-in-cheek version of I'm gonna murder you, chop you up into little pieces, and no one's gonna recognize you when we're through. But man, that was so great. Still got a massive smile on my face just thinking about it. Just love the way it came through with the tongue-in-cheek element to this stuff. And reading about it, I've read the Wikipedia about this stuff and about horror punk and stuff as well, just to try and understand what it's all about a bit more. And it does say, yeah, that the tongue-in-cheek and the comedy element is in the lyrics, and they talk about very dark stuff, but it's kind of like a B-movie horror in that kind of way, where it's campy and it's funny and it's tongue-in-cheek. So yeah, I'm really on board with it, man. I really enjoy this music. I think it's got a great vibe. It's got a great beat. The guitaring's cool. I like the solo in this one. I like all the layered vocal. I like the melodies and the harmonies that you get in this kind of music as well. We had a dirty bass tone in this one, grizzling away the whole time, and he did a couple of runs and stuff, which was nice as well. So there's lots to actually listen to in this music for punk music as well, because, you know, punk music is generally just power chords and, you know, D beat and stuff like that. But no, these guys, there's actually quite a lot of layers of music to this stuff, especially with all the different vocal layers going on as well, to where it's really quite a thick sound. There's a lot going on, especially when the bassist breaks away from the guitars and things like that. I'd love to hear more of that. So yeah, these guys are one of the more kind of the ones that what I'm looking for, let's say, from this genre, or what I think I'm looking for at least. I'm not really sure what I'm looking for just yet, but this kind of stuff, a good beat, fast pace to it, guitar-y, distorted, and, you know, kind of heavy in that way as well. The layered vocal and the harmonies and the melodies I like as well. So I just want to hear more of that, really, more of those kind of bands to come through. I did find some that I really like the sound of, but they didn't have the pace to them. I think Calabrese is one of those where I really like the track that we've got in the queue, but it's kind of half the tempo of this one, and I really like the bop of it, man. It just gets the blood pumping. It feels good. It's got a punky edge to it in that way as well, hardcorey almost. So yeah, I like it a lot. I really think this is a cool genre. I just haven't found yet a bunch of bands that I can kind of whack on in a playlist where I'm going to be happy listening to an hour of this stuff, because I've got a bunch of cool bands that I really like. I definitely put these guys in. I think Grand Horror were a band I really liked as well. Evelyn's Casket were a cool one. But yeah, other than that, I couldn't really name any others that have really stood out to me just yet. So if you're in a band like this, if you like this kind of music and you're like, I could sort this guy out with loads of dope bands that he's never heard of, just send them over, head over to the website, put them in the submissions page, and we'll try and check them out sooner rather than later. Because I did say earlier this year, maybe this is going to be the year of horror punk for me. It hasn't been so far, because this is the only other show I've done since I said that, which was a couple of months ago now, and I haven't actually, you know, found a bunch of bands where I'm like really keen to get them on the show and be like, yeah, I really want to talk about these bands because they've inspired me. So I'm still looking for that stuff. If you know, kind of any bands along that line, definitely send them over, because this is a genre I do believe I could really get into if I found the bands that kind of, you know, sit with me nicely. There you go. That's what I've got for you today. Hope you have a good week and all this stuff. We've got another video for you tomorrow. So hit the subscribe and all the rest of it if you're not subscribed already. But yeah, we've had a full week of paid submissions this week. Super nice. So we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good weekend and all that jazz. We'll see you then. Cheers. Bye.